Hello everyone, welcome and salutations to today's new video project. This is going to be a video addressing Tom Delonge, or otherwise known as like Thomas Delonge. He was formerly known famously for his role as being a frontrunner, vocalist slash guitarist for the band, as we all know, Blink-182. He then, after a while, had formed a separate band entirely known as Boxcar Racer. And then after that was more towards like Angels and Airwaves. And then he had a solo project for Tom Delonge, as his name, Tom Delonge. And I had grown up listening to a lot of the Blink-182 music. I absolutely loved it. And I could understand the perspective that quite a lot of people have, and it's only common sense, because in Blink-182 they were talking about like teenage angst and, you know, causing havoc and chaos and being the mischievous selves, being a normal rebellious teenager. And then after a while, when you reach your point of adulthood, you begin to, well, every day is a constant journey and a process in which you better yourself. And nothing ever stays stagnant or stale. Or at least life should not be that way. Life should always be celebrated every single day that you create a new building blocks, that you lay upon the foundations towards achieving greatness, not only within yourself, but towards the future of everything that you aspire to do and everything that you encompass in your life. Thus, Angels and Airwaves, when I first heard for the first time for the release of their self-titled album for Angels and Airwaves, I was absolutely in shock. And it resonated with me and my energy and my consciousness on a whole different spiritual enlightenment and level that was so profound to me, that in itself was liberating, and I found it to be refreshing, honestly, because there was no other artist to ever be in comparison to Tom Delonge or his music for Angels and Airwaves. And his lyrics spoke in a lot of spiritual enlightenment, cosmology, the infinite universe, you know, different life among us and abroad, and how life should be celebrated to be fulfilled and loved and lived every day. And that every day ultimately is a new beginning, a new chapter that unravels and unveils itself. And it's incredible to me. Ever since then, I've always had such a profound respect and admiration for Tom Delonge. I had always seen him as someone who was a visionary, as a true artist, as an artist should truly be celebrated and to be accepted for who and what they are. And he had encompassed so much of a message of reaching deep within ourselves and being able to question everything around us. How everything around us has a purpose to be fulfilled, and that there's so much more to life out there than what we might like to believe. And that there are those of us who are living every day of our lives to try to overcome our obstacles and try to compromise and find peace not only within ourselves, but to believe in yourself and to reach a manifestation of your own materialization, and reach the manifestation within yourself and for who and what you are, to every embodiment of the finite and smaller particles of you, the organism that is you, that makes up for who you are. It's in itself profound, and we are, as a humanity, as an entirety of the universe, is in itself a mystery. And one of the greatest things about his messages that I absolutely loved when he had accepted a reward, when he had accepted awards on behalf of his band and his music and what he had accomplished, especially with this solo-owned company that he is the owner of and that he had made, was To the Stars, and they had accomplished so much for the world. Especially his music in itself, it's so inspirational, motivational. It fuels a fire within yourself, and it reaches deep within inside of your soul and your consciousness, and it brings out this inner divine flame. Music had revolutionized so much of the consciousness of the world that whoever delves deep into his music, because I own all of his albums, and whoever listens to every word and the messages that he invokes and portrays through his music, it motivates your consciousness. It inspires the mind so much to the point where it's unreal, you know. And I myself, being a Starseed, I had actually just had watched a most recent interview of him that was posted last month, and otherwise we've not heard from him for a while. He had created a lot of these like different singles for his music, a couple of singles as such for I can't remember the other ones, but I just had recently discovered them and I forgot the name of the other one. But Kiss and Tell, that's actually one of them. And so, due to the virus and everything, he had been working on a brand new upcoming, soon to be released album that he's been working on for almost a year. And in the video he was talking about how this is an appropriate time to release this album due to all the paranoia, the fear of all the mixed emotions and depression of the world, and its concentration of negative emotions and energy due to the virus, to the protests, or everything that's transpired in the year 2020 so far. And myself, speaking on my own behalf, and I completely agree with him about all the law of attraction, of how the mind, you could accomplish anything. And he's even been talking about that ever since he's been in like Boxcar Racer and the release of his first release of his album for Angels and Airwaves, that with enough concentration and motivation and enough hard work and a pursuit of knowledge and otherwise, you could accomplish anything that you set your mind to. The mind itself is such a powerful tool and a vessel of the human body and the spiritual consciousness in itself, and it's surreal. And that's one thing like I have always dedicated and devoted to myself. Especially I watched like recently of Billie Eilish, and it's a totally different topic, but it's kind of like the same relevance there and similarity, where, you know, constantly working and working towards the manifestation of your goal. And that's one thing about my channel, you know, I've been uploading videos every single day, and for the last 3-4 weeks now, and my hard work has definitely been paying off. And that's not to gloat or anything, that's just me proud of my accomplishments and what I had achieved on my own behalf, because it's like I said, I don't have any friends to really help me to manifest my videos, and you know, I have to do a lot of this on my own. I keep myself motivated and determined, and I constantly apply my rituals and law of attraction into not only bettering myself, but the world around me, and to build upon this platform. Tom Delonge to me, someone who has an intellectual mind, and I have such a profound respect and love for the person. You know, I accept him as a human being, as an artist, and from one artist to another, and especially from, in my personal belief, I believe that he is in fact a starseed as well, because I myself, I am a Palladian extraterrestrial starseed, a light worker, an indigo child, crystal child, whatever you want to call it. But there are so many vast systems of planets in the galaxies of the world that it's so much more life than what we know, and there's a lot more species and a lot more different planets and cultures besides the planet Earth. You know, so many people think, okay, one planet, one God. But he's definitely right. And I have a lot of respect for him because he had come out and confirmed and clarified that there are extraterrestrial life out there. And he's been working extensively with the government and so much of other platforms of, like, you know, social media, and like through promoting through that, and also for raising awareness on that. And he questions everything, a lot like myself. But he's been working extensively with authorities and officials to promoting and releasing facts and truth. And that's incredible to me. Personally, that is truly incredible. So I very much believe that Tom Delonge is an extraterrestrial, as him as myself. And we both are Starseeds. You could definitely tell. And then another one is, I believe it's her name, Amira. Oh God. Our fans are going to kill me. See, I never really pay attention to names as much. Like, I'm horrible with names, I'm better with faces. Amira Brink, I believe she is the vocalist of In This Moment. But she had created and released a song called Twin Flame, which is a Starseed reference. And her music videos have been subliminal, but direct and to the point at the same time. But as far as Tom Delonge being what particular species, I believe, see, myself, I am a Palladian Starseed. And I believe that he may be the same thing due to his emotional character. He tends to wear his heart on his sleeve. And he's very charismatic, a lot like myself. He's very devoted. And Tom Delonge is like someone who has a profound love for the universe, for the galaxy, for nature. And of course, as most, if not all of us as Starseeds are that same way. However, there are characteristics and traits about him that align itself so perfectly, so commonly with Starseed and our ascension, our purpose upon this planet. And our incarnation is to help progress mankind for the future and the present of spiritual awakening and a shift in consciousness, and how we are able to truly magnify and utilize our talents, gifts, capabilities, our emotions, our artistry, imagination, creativity, or otherwise, in order to ascend this planet, ascend the consciousness, awakening, and how we are able to truly manifest our own realities. And the mind is such a powerful tool and instrument that is so complex, yet so simplistic. But there are so many doors that are laying dormant in our minds, that are unreal in our souls and in our spiritual vessels. And a lot of the times in Starseeds, we have an issue with being or feeling accepted, and a lot of times we have a tendency to be in isolation, and thus creates an ocean of depression among so many other negative attributes of emotions that it's unreal. And because it's so hard for us to align our energy to find like-mindedness of people, and to find ourselves to relate to others is near impossible. And so we use our abilities as artists. Not all of us are artists, everyone is obviously different. But we use that to channel ourselves and our energy and through the vessel of everything around us, and including nature and the universe, and we are able to then find our freedom by doing so. And at the same time, we're helping the world around us to manifest the world. And I would like to say that if you're watching Tom DeLonge, you know, like I said, I have a profound amount of respect for you. I would absolutely love to meet you in person, Skype, whatever. And I would definitely love to just sit down, have a collaboration to, you know, to have an open discussion, an intellectual discussion about the universe, about extraterrestrial life, about starseeds. And I swear to God, I mean, you obviously are, and I know you are an extraterrestrial, a lot like myself. I know that you are a starseed. And so many people would probably watch this video and say, wow, Cody, you're crazy. You really lost your mind, thinking like you're an extraterrestrial. Well, ultimately we're like outer dimensional beings, ascended from different planets. And if you don't know what a starseed is, do your due diligence, do your research. It's all up on there. You know, if you ever see like synchronicity in numbers like 420, that's not a marijuana reference. You know, it's something entirely different. But 11:11, 12:12, 13:13, things like that. But us as starseeds, we are truly isolated on this planet. Some of us are nihilistic, misanthropic. And we're here to help the ascension of mankind to reach a pinnacle point towards greatness and of awareness and conscience awakening, like I said. And to help the world become ultimately better. And I believe that one day, hopefully soon, the world would actually get better. And that's just my hope and my vision. And through utilizing this platform and myself as a human being, as a starseed, as an artist, as an individual, my own characteristics and my personality, ultimately I work hard every day through my videos to try to change the world through my videos and through this platform. And I'm only able to accomplish it one day at a time. So, Tom DeLonge, you're definitely a starseed. I mean, I can just totally see it. He's the only artist out there besides In This Moment that I can totally see as a starseed. I guess one other artist that might have come close to it was Jared Higgins, otherwise Juice Wrld, who just had passed away. And that's why he had such a struggle for his desires of staying alive. Like, he was always self-destructive and suicidal by nature. And unfortunately, a lot of the times starseeds actually commit suicide, and they fall under the spell of depression, like severe depression. And I mean, I definitely know how that feels. I keep myself motivated, and thus creating videos and doing this is my ultimate therapy for me. And I don't know, it's really sad to me. And while we're on that topic, I want to say, I believe it's coming up, the anniversary of Robin Williams' death. God, he was such a light in this world. You know, growing up watching him, my first movie was like Flubber, you know, Jumanji. And so, rest in peace, them. And my name is Cody Gremlin. Thank you all so much for watching. And Tom DeLonge, I wanted to say thank you so much for your music. I hope you continue to create and manifest music, and you truly have a wonderful soul, a spiritual consciousness about you that is so empowering and encouraging, honestly. And your music has indeed influenced and inspired so many people. including that of myself. I own all of your albums. I respect you, I admire you, and I like to see myself, I envision myself to actually working with you, to collaborations. I mean, if that's not too profound or too crazy, you know, or out of this world, you know, out of this world, extraterrestrial reference. But yeah, there are so many different species. There's like, there are, for Starseeds, there are Syrian, Sirius, Palladian, Apollonian, Draconian, Reptilian. There are so many. Andromeda. See ya.